If Americans were feeling good about the economy, would Democrats feel the need to say stuff like this from Illinois Senator Dick Durbin? Listen.
The Fed's got to basically orchestrate a recession, which hurts everybody, just sort of to deal with all the overspending we've done. Any truth to that in your view?
Let me just say this. There are a lot of people right now Monday morning quarterbacking. Maybe it's Tuesday morning in this context, but they basically shouldn't try to rewrite history. What we went through with the pandemic was unprecedented in the economy of America, a sustained period of time where there was a virtual timeout and a real question as to recovery. Look what's happened with the number of people, the number of jobs that have been created under this president just in the last year and a half. And we see a lot of activity that is encouraging. Yes, there are the fires of inflation, and American families are fighting them, but gasoline prices are coming down, thank goodness, and that's a good indicator for a lot of Americans that they can have a little more confidence in the future of the economy.
Again, he's absolutely right about one thing. Some people are trying to rewrite history. He happens to be one of them. Unprecedented? Not at all. Might I remind you about October 1929 and the stock market crash that led to the Great Depression that went on for 12 years. 12 years, Dick. You can read, right? You got Google, right? I mean, you think you can figure these things out, but when you're trying to gaslight a nation, you just continue to lie and lie and lie. You see, he says all that spending just had to be done. No way around it. But you notice, Durbin? He's talking about COVID spending, not all the spending done after COVID, which was essentially just as much money. I mean, how much is that Inflation Reduction Act working so far? I mean, Joe Biden's apparently going to take a victory lap here in less than an hour. He'll be running awfully slowly. But some in the media are actually, finally, calling out the spending. Like CNBC, for example. Listen to this.
Everybody here on this panel agreed months ago that one of the reasons inflation was high was all the government spending. And after we agreed on that, what did the government do? They spent more. Student loans, welfare in terms of the CHIPS Act. Seems like nothing is sinking in. These numbers aren't better than expected, and maybe they should be, and maybe ultimately they're going to start to go back up again because we continue to go back to that well of debt and spending.
Oh, exactly right. As long as the government keeps acting like this, high inflation is here to stay, which means high energy prices are here to stay as well, especially if they continue with this Green New Deal nonsense. It's time to get yourselves prepared. I've been warning you for months on this program, and as the Starks in the Game of Thrones would have said, winter is coming. Well, winter is coming, and hopefully the sensible people in America will plan for it by tossing the socialists out in the cold forever.